In this video we're going to look at portfolios in REI Master. We'll show you how to create a portfolio, assign properties to portfolios, and then assign users to those portfolios. Portfolios are useful for businesses that manage properties over a large area. They're also useful as an example for developments that occur in stages. Some reports in REI Master can be generated by portfolio as well. In REI Master, the first thing you need to do is actually set up the portfolio itself. So under the Setup drop-down list, Users, Profiles and Portfolios, we're going to look at setting up portfolios here. You can see there we can set up property portfolios, sales portfolios or contact portfolios. We'll just look at the property ones as an example in this video. You need to add in your portfolio. You need to give it a name and a description. I'm just going to use some generic ones. Just add in a couple of other ones there. So I've got a couple of portfolios that we've now set up. The next thing you need to do is assign your individual properties to portfolios. So we go into my rental properties here. We've got a portfolio column that we can see listed here. So what we're going to do is assign our properties to portfolios. To do that, double click in, modify your record, and under the portfolio drop down list here, select the portfolio that this property will link to. So we just need to do that for all of our properties in the system. So now we've added all of our properties to a portfolio, and we can see then the portfolios that are showing down at the left hand side, down in the middle column here. We also then have this portfolio option where we can filter information, but before we can use this filtering option we need to assign our users of REI Master to view those portfolios that we've listed against the properties. That needs to be done under the Setup again, so we close out of here. Under Setup, Users, Profiles and Portfolios, we go to our Users and Password option, and in here we'll select a user. The option in the user area here is to activate portfolios for this user, and by ticking the box we're now going to set up or modify any portfolio access for the user. Your options are, as you can see, for that user to set up property, sales or contact portfolios. We'll set up our property portfolio information here. What we can do then is we've got the option here for this user to access all portfolios, and if we put the dot in there we then can have them viewing all the portfolios that are listed here on the right hand side. If we want to, we can have the user accessing all portfolios and view only selected portfolios, and in doing so we need to drag across from the right hand side to the left here which portfolios this user can access. Otherwise, if we say restrict this user to portfolios, we then need to identify the correct ones here. We'll just pop across west side for this user, and if I then save on that information there, we've activated the portfolio access for this user. Save and close, and if I go to my rental properties now, we can see here that this user is only able to view all of the west side portfolios. Now they are limited to those portfolios, so they don't have access to the filtering options there. We'll just adjust our portfolio access on that user. I'll just put in that I can view all of the portfolios or access all portfolio information. Under the property list now, we have the opportunity to see all of the portfolios. What I can do now is use the filter option if I wish to do so. From the drop down list, if I only want to look at the north side properties in that portfolio, it will now only show me that information there, and I can see them from the portfolio I've got linked in. I can change that then of course to be south side just to see those ones, or alternatively the west side ones there. So you can see there's some different options for the user access of the portfolios that you've set up. Some of the reports in REI Master can be generated by portfolio. As an example, we can look here, some of the management reports can be generated by portfolio. You'll see anywhere where you can, the option is available to you in the bottom part of the screen to select the appropriate portfolio for the report. Some of the other reports include business reports there, where an income can be generated by portfolio, just as a summary information there. You'll notice with this one here that not all properties are linked to property portfolio, so we cannot display this report correctly. If this is the case and you have linked all of your properties to a portfolio, please go back and check here. make sure you select all records if you have the filtering option, and make sure a portfolio is linked on those ones here. Looking at my list, everything looks correct. However, I can tell you that all inactive records as well would need to be linked to a portfolio in order to show or create that report correctly. So we would need to go through the steps on there just in order for us to be able to view. So now that we've got all of our properties linked to a portfolio, we can go to that business report there, income by portfolio, and generate the information for that particular report. And you'll see then that it breaks it down by information in here. So in this video, we've looked at setting up portfolios. We've assigned those properties that we have in our management there to particular portfolios, and we've also assigned access for our users. As mentioned as well, there's also some reports that can be generated by portfolio, so you can view that information in a filtered way.